Hi everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. Oh, it's so much stuff I could talk about. I'm just trying to look through my book to see what I could talk about. My dad just talk. So I'm just gonna talk about some things that have been on my mind lately, and understanding that people um, are peopling. That's what they do. They they need a leader, and my dad has made everyone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and he's making things happen and getting everything ready for me to be where I'm supposed to be. I'm not concerned of whether I'm going to be there or not, because I know I'm going to be there, and people are going to have to face what they did the past couple of years, the past years before that. Um, but at the end of the day, individually, everybody is going to have to get the consequences of their actions. Now I just see people are just walking around like zombified. Their spirits know, and my father has been giving them dreams about me and what they have done, and it replays in their head over and over and over again. And it's not going to stop until people decide, you know what, she's right, I was wrong. She's God, and they are not. and and my dad is no respecter of persons. He's a spirit. He's the one that created every single one of us. So they're going to have to obey. And there are people that are already put in place. The government rests on my shoulders and my kingdom, and they're put in place, and they know. They're like, she the queen. She the queen, she the queen, she the queen. And that old kingdom is dying or even dead. I mean, I'm like, Dad, like the bridge really went down. Like these things are really gonna be happening, like out of nowhere. People that think that they go out to work, they may not come home from work. There are things happening that my dad really isn't letting me see too much, that they're not letting me know that's going on, but that's okay because I keep my mind on things above, not below. What's going on here is below, and everything is going according to my father's plans. Even the loves in my life, the two men in my life. However, Dad's dealing with him, he's dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? There are times when they both should have been celibate. They ain't been celibate. Then, they got to pay the consequences for it. But any kid that was born outside of the Holy Union, meaning outside of having children with me, they're going to die a terrible death. Or if my dad decides to let them live, they're going to be worth nothing. So whatever children Michael have outside of me, whatever children Richie had or conceived or whatever outside of me, good luck with them, because they're not going to live good lives. Okay. It's over. This is coming to an end. So like everybody gotta just take accountability for what they've done. You know what I'm saying? In dark places where they didn't think God was seeing. When Dad said, this is your wife, whether it be to Richie or Michael or whoever else is anointed for me, I don't know, but the one that I think is Michael. Okay, and you didn't take it seriously, he's going to show you how serious you should have been taking it. Same thing with, he didn't keep Richie. He didn't keep his vows. you know. And now everybody's roles in this life, in this new kingdom, is changed because of decisions that you guys made. Okay? Me and my Father did not create death. God did not create death. Do not bring on your own death by sinful actions. God did not invent death. And when living people die, or I'm going to say people die, it gives her no pleasure. She created everything so that it may continue to exist. And everything she created is wholesome and good. There is no deadly poison in them. So trying to poison me, kill me, drug me, and all that stuff, it's not going to work. Because if my dad did let it work, he let it work for a reason. You know? For my good. Do you understand? But for the evil people, it's for their bad. I can take Tylenol, I can take whatever I want. The effect that my Father wants it to have on me is going to have that effect. But the effect that he wants it to have it on someone who's taking it and is evil is going to have the opposite effect. So people taking drugs, smoking weed, doing all this stuff, instead of preparing for, like, they drinking and whatever, it's going to give an opposite effect. You will end up in a DUI accident, car accident, or whatever, running to the hospital for help and everything like that, when you know that you have something against me. It's everything that wicked people want for their good is going to have the opposite effect. Because all the demons now are working for me. Demons know who I am. But they don't know who wicked people are. And so they're going to tear wicked people up. You have hatred in your heart, you smile in my face and you curse me behind my back, or you call me, lunatic or whatever behind my back. You're not playing me, you get played yourself. You're playing yourself. So you're just going to bump into other people just as wicked as you, and they just going to tear each other apart. Like the 7 sons of Sceva. They were like, I know who Jesus is. Like, demons know who I am, but they don't know who, like, they know who I am and they fear and tremble. But, like, with someone like them, they were like, you got what? You don't have no power, authority over me. You're just like me. What? Psh, I'll punch you right in the face. You understand? They are cruel and evil. So when you see people out here doing things, and they only doing what they're doing. When demons do that, they're like, listen, if I'm going out, I'm taking everybody out with me. I'm taking evil people out with me. My dad planned it this way. And see, this is what the government, these people in high places with money did not know. They did not know my Father. And they did not know who was really in charge. If Diddy's getting what he getting. For real, for real. He is getting what he's getting. All right? You want to be a pimp? You want to be brother love? Well, guess what? Let me show you when someone takes my name and use it in vain and put it on babies and stuff like that, and you in dark places doing dark things. It's coming to an end, friend. Everybody who was in on it, partying, drinking, acting all like they were God. My father don't know you. My Father does not know anybody, that he doesn't like anybody. You can't be friends with God and hate me. All who hate me love death. My dad's coming for ya. He's coming for ya. Everybody's looking, listen, you making plans, going on a trip. I'm a trip here, I'm going on a trip there. Good luck. You get on that plane with fear and trembling, because my dad is smacking down planes. He is killing people left and right. This is coming to an end, friends. This is now time to start repenting, calling out for mercy, doing what's right, saying what's right, becoming a Hebrew Israelite, American. Perez, he said, anybody in their houses in America speaking a second language, you better get out of here. Anybody who hires people who speak a second language and it's not American English, they weren't born and raised here, you better get out of here. Free tickets, get up out of here. This is not your land. You're going to the country from which your language you speak clearly. You need to go there. Which Perez, I hear his mother and him talking a different language. That's where you guys are going. You got to be with your mama, then you got to go with your mama. I don't care if you were born and raised here. You need to go and take care of your parents and to the country where you belong. Because when I'm on the throne, there ain't going to be no, I don't understand English. The women who wear the red high bibs and stuff like that, I love you. And I hope, you change and you understand that I am God. I am the goddess of the world. And, go back to where you come from and raise your children right. Or my dad's going to kill them. You too. Because we don't, Native American Indians will be taking over this land. There will be no more killing of our children here, genocide. There'll be no more killing of anybody's children here. Abortions is not going to be taking place here in my land. And speaking of like children being born, my firstborn, I thought it was the firstborn that was born in this kingdom. But no, it's the firstborn that my father was, that's born in my kingdom after I'm on my throne. It's the firstborn of that son. It's the son of David. David, Solomon, Michael, Abraham, Isaac, Moses, David, Solomon. That's my son. That's the one that's the fifth child. The sixth child. That's the sixth child that's coming from this womb. And that's the one that I'm waiting. And in the other six others, but that's the one. That's my son. Whoever the man is that my dad has set up for me to marry, he's got to be ready to rule, reign with a straight face and cold-hearted to anybody he's got to be able to protect me like he's got to be able to kill off all his relatives, friends, neighbors, everything. Detach himself and be straight focused on me. My dad is not giving me to somebody who a sucker duck. So scary. Or listen to women. Take women's advice or fall to anything that he deems beautiful, or fall to a lie or whatever. When you had the most beautiful woman in the world, you decided something else looks good on the outside. It looks like was a demon. It is what it was. But I'm no longer available for anyone at this point right now. So I am off the market. My dad is my king at this point. And I'm just waiting on him to give me the funds that I need so I could go where I am going to get some quiet, peace, and rest until he brings the king that I make a king to me. And he has to ask me. First he has to ask my father. then he has to ask me for my hand in marriage. And this is a very serious thing. I'm not looking for any man at this point. Right now, I'm looking to get into position and be happy and free and relax and dance and eat and just enjoy my American people and enjoy and take care of the people on the other lands and give them leaders that love them and care about their livelihood. You know, I love you guys. And I love the American people who now know that they voted for me in their hearts and minds. They didn't have to go to no ballot. It's they know these are my people, and I'm their queen, and they know that love is on the throne. Whether I'm sitting in this car or not, Mama is always on her throne. So, and I'm going to take care of all my children. All right, even the ones who just don't know where they are right now. It is what it is. They're still human beings. They're still alive. My dad has them alive for a reason. I guess he's keeping them alive until they see what they did not want to see. But some of them will make it out. I hope they recognize now. You better recognize. Remember that? So yeah, my dad loves everyone who loves me. So this right here, Wisdom, is my book, but it's been tampered with. But it says, search for love. Love, justice. You rulers, you men of the world, set your mind sincerely on love and look for her with all honesty. Those who do not try to test her will find her. She will show herself to those who trust in me, in her. Dishonest thoughts separate people from God, my Father. And they separate themselves from me too. When you're dishonest, we don't really have too much in common. I'm just like, yeah, we could, I could talk to you and everything, but as far as embracing you and loving you until you know, and my spirit feels that you are sincere with me, that's as close as you're getting. Like, you're not getting in. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting in. And that's why I'm like off the market for like suitors right now, because this man has to come willing, like naked, basically. He has to come not naked in the buff, but basically nothing, like pure and pure-hearted and sincere. I don't know for sure, because no one can come to me unless my Father draws him to me. And if that man knows his place and what he's supposed to do, my dad is not going to let him get rest until he does what he's supposed to do for me. On both ends. Richie's not going to get any rest until he really does what he's supposed to do for me on this end. And the man that is chosen for me is not going to get any rest. It's just going to hurt and hurt and hurt and hurt and hurt and hurt. And it's just one of me. My dad said, I'll put you up there by yourself forever if I have to. I don't need a man to rule and reign in my kingdom. And that's what men fail to understand. And if you don't know, now you know. I don't need a king when I have the king with me inside, who lives inside of me. Oops. I'm just trying to tell you. And even with that said, he will still make sure that somebody has attitude. Oh, she on. That's not a good way to think about me. You know? And if you understand, I've been through too much to be sitting here thinking, waiting for a man to rescue me. That's not. Mm-mm. That ain't it. That ain't it, son. That ain't it. Pulling one over me is gonna be very hard to do, because I have real genuine love to give, and this love is not going to be given to somebody who thinks in their heart and mind they're gonna play. It's dangerous love. This is dangerous to come with me with any motives or any kind of, like, that's right, let him know. No, handsome. Here you are. Here you are. You're the handsome. Thank you. My dog knows when to bow. I'm not going. No, you can't sit here. Lay down. Okay. Dishonest thoughts separate people from love. And if you are foolish enough to test my Father, his power will put you to shame. Wisdom will never be at home. Wisdom will never be at home with anyone who is deceitful or a slave of sin. Like, I cannot mesh or feel comfortable with someone who is still slave to sin or trying to hurt me or trying to deceive me in any way. Everyone who is holy has learned to stay away from deceitful people. Everyone who, like, I've learned to stay away from people who are, like, trying to play games. Like, she will not stay around when foolish thoughts are being expressed. She will not feel comfortable when injustice is done. Yes, it's hard for me to see injustice being done, and I really can't do anything right now about it. But my dad is getting everyone, so he's like, I know, because we have the same spirit. So it's just like, I'm like, ooh, Dad. Ooh. He's like, I know everybody gonna get it. Everybody gonna get it. Even the foolish ones that didn't know. Like, they really did not know what they were getting into. That my dad has more mercy on them than those who were really, like, they knew me. They knew that I wasn't the type of person that, like, a whore or a thief or a cheat or like a molester or someone who's just malicious, backbiter, backstabber. Those people are the ones, and those people who believe those people, they're gonna get it, because they didn't stand up for me when they had the opportunity to say, no, I know her, she's not that type of person. And if I was all of that, why would you continue to be? Why would you marry me? Why would you be around me? Why would you be a friend to me if I was all of those things? I wouldn't want to be friends with somebody who is, a thief or a cheat or a liar or a stealer, like a stealer. Yeah, stealer. Yeah. Or murderer or slanderer or gossiper. I'm like, his sister was, and I was just like, I was still trying to hold out some hope for her, but everybody that's around me, Staten Island, New Jersey, y'all in my dad's hands. I can't. No. It's like, I'm kind to them. They still have life. They are redeemable, if they turn from their wickedness. their wicked thoughts, knowing when they come in their mind, they say, wow, you know what? Yeah, I messed up on her. I did things wrong. For stupid things, for things that are perishing. For things that are burnt up here one minute and burnt up and gone the next. My Father is aware of what people say. Wisdom is a spirit that is friendly to people, but she will not forgive anyone who speaks against my Father. For my Father knows your feelings, every feelings and thoughts, and hears every word that people speak. Do you understand? He hears every word that people speak. Whether in front of my face or behind my back, he knows the motives. He knows that I'm hearing conversations. They trying to act like they're talking about me, but they're not talking about me. Like, he knows. I know too, but it's just like, who cares? You have to pay for it. For every idle word that comes out of your mouth. You know? Since my Father's Spirit fills the entire world and holds everything in it together, she knows every word that people say. No one who speaks wickedly will escape notice. Sooner or later, he or she will receive just punishment. The intentions of ungodly people will be closely examined. Their words will be reported to my Father, and then they will get the punishment that their wickedness deserve. My Father will tolerate no challenge. And since he hears everything, you cannot hide your complaining from him. So be sure that you do not go around complaining, meaning complaining about me. Complaining that, oh, she don't deserve this position. Everybody in the whole world knows, who've been watching me for the past 4 years or 10 years or whatever, knows that my position in this life, in my kingdom, is well earned. Although I didn't have to go through all of this to get it, but my dad made sure that I did. To teach me that I am a warrior. In spirit, in my spirit, and in my flesh too. I am the true Indian chief. I am the chief. And I protect my people with everything that's in me. The brown people will rule and reign again in this country. And those who join me, they become Hebrews too. And just don't mess with mine. Whether they're in law enforcement, in the army, or whatever. If we go over there, we have to go over there and do something. All minds coming back. If they are righteous, they are in their right mind and heart, all of them coming back home. Okay, God will tolerate no challenge, and since he hears everything, you cannot hide your complaining from him. So be sure that you do not go around complaining. It does no good. And don't engage in bitter talk. There's a lot of bitter people. They bitter. Don't be bitter now. Stay away from bitterness. The most secret things you say will have their consequences, and lying will destroy your soul. My dad, in the past couple of days, has been building up my confidence in him so much. I just love him. You guys hear me say, I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad. He knows. Like, there's nobody that talks to my father the way that I talk to him and communes with him. He doesn't commune with anybody like he does. People, they be like, oh, I just love my Father, our Heavenly Father. It sounds so fake. It sounds so fake to me. It's just like, I was talking to the Lord and he was telling me this and he was telling me that. My dad's like, he's doing that face like, I ain't talked to them. They thought something up in their own minds. Like, I ain't talking to them. That's what they think. They would like to have that relationship with me, but they don't have that relationship with me, daughter. I'm the only one. You're the only one that I have that relationship with. the people, I don't have that relationship with them. But if they have that relationship with you, then they have that if they love you, then they have a relationship with the goddess of the world. But they don't have that relationship like you and I. So everybody who's on YouTube and you hear them saying, God told me, and God told me they're going to die. They are going to die unless they repent. They said, in my book, it said anybody who's talking about I'm a prophetess or a prophet, people are going to stone them to death. Like, what are you talking about? Because the truth, she speaks. She speaks. When my father tells me to speak, I speak. I make a video and I speak and I talk. And my people know when I speak. They know I'm speaking from my father's voice. Yeah, we funny. Me and my father were funny. We laugh when he's funny. People are funny. Yeah, they just do stupid things. I don't know why they do stupid things, but they do stupid things. But anyway, I'm going to stop this video right here, and I'll see you guys on the next one.